Hello. All right. So my name's Chabo, one of the cameo DMs here at the UAG. Um, this is Jubei Campfire Stories number 2. I'll have the two PCs introduce themselves, and then we'll explain what we're doing. First, we'll go with Matt.
Hello, everybody. I'm Matthew. I will be playing Eridan, the fighter rogue, who is a pretty damn good archer. And she has got a lot of interesting, weird things about her, including multicolored scales, a silver hand, and a pact with an Afridi that is currently living on her back.
That's awesome. All right, Alex.
All right. So, Delnos Oros is a human. He is primarily a enchantment wizard, but he's also a cleric, a druid, a bard, and a storm sorcerer. He is significantly trained with heavy armor, and he has a long list of skills and abilities and spells at his disposal as what he chooses to self-identify as a grand master of magic.
All right. How old is Delanos right here? What is he?
He looks like he's 19.
Okay.
So he looks really young.
All right. So you two we're still at the campfire bonfire thing in Kugio's place. And Eridan, you just woke up not too long ago from the last 10-minute nap that you took and 2 or 3 day adventure. And Jubei is still sitting on the log looking around at people. Anybody else want to take a trip in the past?
Well, the first thing Eridan's going to do is check her face and make sure she's still not part cat.
Yeah, that dissipated once you came back, but your hand is still.
I would have the hand no other way.
Yeah. So, Jubei looks at Eridan and is like, "You want to go another go?" And he's looking around and he says, "Delanos, how about it, old chap?"
Oh, I heard that you were doing this weird time travel stuff, and I thought if you were going to have fun going through anyone's past, it would be mine. So I would be honored if you brought me back to my own past.
All right.
And of course, I wouldn't mind having the strange specimen that they call Eridan join us.
It will be my pleasure.
All right. So you still have the coin, Eridan. He never took it back from you. And actually, he just tells you keep it. And he floats a coin over to Delanos. So a little gold coin about the size of it's about 2.5 inches in diameter. And it's got a face of Jubei on the front, and on the back it's got a picture of his ass. So the front and back is Jubei. And it's got a bunch of different writings and runes and stuff on it. But he floats it over to you. He says, just hold that in your hand and make yourself comfortable because you will be going to sleep.
I thoroughly enjoy just how pretentious you are, and I'm like looking at the coin and laughing at the ass. And I'll slump over. I'll use mold earth to make myself a comfy chair and snuggle into it. And I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
All right. You ready, Eridan?
By all means, Jubei.
All right. So he snaps his finger, and you both fall back asleep. And you wake up, both of you, as yourselves. And Delanos, you know that looking around the scenery, you could tell that you're in Baldur's Gate. Um, Baldur's Gate is a port town in the world of Faerun. Let me get to the town. I actually have it.
Aridin. He wasn't lying. I remember this place.
Well, this is someplace I don't believe I've ever visited. Not that I'm that worldly traveled.
He says, well, consider yourself multi-world traveled now. We are not in Illumina or Areawood anymore. We're in Faerun. Another plane of existence.
So, Baldur's Gate would be Dragon Coast?
Yeah. Or should be Sword Coast, but I think they go by the same name.
Actually, hold on. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong spot.
He'll look over to her and he says, I don't remember when this place is, but I do know that this place, well, actually, this place in particular is quite dreary at times. But today seems like a good day. An eventful day. I can sense it.
Well, we'll see what we can do to brighten the local scenery then.
He says the only thing that could brighten this place is a fire overcoming it quite rapidly and suddenly.
All right.
Well, you know, I can hurl flames.
Can't we all?
I'm still looking for the area that's in. I got a Forgotten Realms campaign settings. I'm still looking for one out. Baldur's Gate. I think I'm just going to go to the index here and find it. Baldur's Gate. 78.
So, I've heard that you're quite up and coming nowadays. You're getting quite seasoned now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm coming along. It seems like every time I turn around, something odd is happening to me, though. It definitely adds flavor to things, though.
It's definitely not the adamantine hands or the feathers and scales or the brand on your back.
Oh, that's just part of it. I'm sure something else will come along.
When you travel with me, you never know what you get into.
I say we're going to get along famously.
I recently came back from an adventure from a place that used true alchemy. No magic involved, but seemingly magical effects that used advanced chemicals and techniques that I've never seen before. And they even harnessed the power of lightning. How one could do that without even invoking the power of magic is beyond me, but I imagine it has something to do with alchemy.
I'd say that's probably true. It's a bit beyond my current repertoire, I'm sad to say, but one would say that, a wish could probably fix the situation.
I could wish for many things right now. But you have to be careful with wishes. You could wind up hurting yourself.
Yeah, there are consequences. But, with any action, there's always consequences. If I get drunk and pass out, there's no telling where I would wake up.
Sounds like Aridin is a good candidate for being a handmaiden for Jubei. Do you like platypuses?
I don't know that I've ever enjoyed the company of a platypus.
Oh my god.
Do they taste good?
Oh, they're not for eating. They're some of the most noble and courageous beings around. This is Jubei talking, by the way. That's probably why I choose to mate with them. I won't go any farther than that. But I do have a nice string of progeny. Steve, which Steve just pops out of thin air next to you guys. This is my eldest platypi son. He's like, quack, quack, quack. And he's like, yeah, you can go. He goes, quack. And he kind of turns into a little fur ball and dissipates.
I see he has your sense of humor.
If you only knew quacking, you would laugh even more. So, Baldur's Gate, here we are. The famed city on the city, one of the cities in the Western Heartlands. Sits on the River Chaunthar. All right. So, Delanos. What in the past sparks interest of Baldur's Gate for you?
It would have been the quests where an ogre had stolen the ship.
I can't hear you. My ship broke.
Hello?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
I don't think he can hear us, Alex.
Oh, there we go. I'm starting to hear you guys now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Good.
10-4. So it would have been a mission where an ogre had stolen his master's shipment of rare material components when he was just a young apprentice.
Okay. So, Jubei stands between the two of you, and the world around you slows down to like a crawl, and you three kind of like, you're still standing, but you move really fast. Kind of like if you watch a movie and they time lapse it and everybody's moving around really fast. Well, you're the only one that's moving around really fast. So you're flying through the city, and he's kind of touching you, Delanos, and you can feel him reaching into your memories. And then you end up right where, or not too far from where your master's home is. And you see your younger self coming out of the front door. So is this about the beginning of where you go looking for your master's dubage?
Yes.
Right. So,
how young I look, even now. How time flies.
You must have a different visual image of yourself than I do, because you really don't look that much different.
It's in the eyes, you know. It's the levels of experience. Like, look at him. He's got that wanderlust of youth that I haven't seen the world yet, and now I'm going off to face an ogre, and who knows where. Look at me now. Everything's like a book at this point.
The old soul theory.
It's not just a theory. Not anymore, for me, at least.
Yeah, but I'm still 19, so I've got a long way to go.
Compared to us two, you have a very significant way to go.
And I will probably die well before then.
Oh no, you'll live through all that shit if I have something to do with it. Maybe one
Maybe as
day
a
you'll be
talking mouth on the wall.
You might be. Okay, so she was like, well, how do we want to do this? Let's see. Do you want to shadow him? Do you want to accompany him as in a disguise?
Hmm.
I mean, I could change your appearance just slightly to where he doesn't notice who you are. Your eyes will stay the same. Stay the same.
Well, I'm covered head to toe in draconian full plate.
Oh, so you're good, and he doesn't know Airden. So
I wield a stone spear, but it's actually just a staff that has a mistletoe and my symbol of Io wrapped around it. I obviously have my shield as well, which has my symbol of my god on it. And the spear staff is my catalyst for my wizard spells. I'm wearing a ring. I'm wearing both a ring of protection and a cloak of protection right now.
okay.
So I look nothing like him right now.
All right. And he doesn't know who the hell Airden is, so that works just as well. So, young Delanos walks out the front door, ready for the wild expanse, goes searching for his master's goods. Did he have a band of chums that went with him, or did he have to acquire?
He had to go acquire them.
Okay. So, this is your perfect opportunity, Jubei says, to help yourself out.
This would be the strangest adventure I've ever taken in a long time. Now I'll go approach myself.
All right. Well, time is still really slow, kind of, sort of. But he moves his hands, and like his left and his right hand are kind of moving around. And he says, all right, there we go. All right. So time reverts back to its normal self. He says, and I'll go with you guys. Let's see. He snaps his finger and he turns into a bugbear with a pole arm. He's like, just call me Pike. Just call me Pike.
You got it, Pike.
Pike, you were much cuter before.
He says, really?
Yeah. I like the shorter men.
Oh, well, he could fix that. He kind of, you see him, he shrinks just a little bit. How's that? Better?
Yeah.
All right. And you see his muscles start rippling a little bit more. And he's like, oh, I feel my arms are so big I can't scratch my ass. And he says, oh, never mind. Because he's got like, bugbears have like really long arms. So he's like reaching behind himself. I don't know if this is kind of possible. Arms might be too long. Anyways, excuse me. Strike that, reverse it. Go ahead. I'll be right here next to you, buddy.
All right, so I'll go talk to myself.
Okay.
Hello there, young man.
Hello.
We're friends of Archmage Claudius, and we would like to assist you with your quest of retrieving his shipment.
I would assume that he gets a cheery look on his face. He's like, oh, okay, well, that works. I believe we might be ready then. I guess we should procure some mounts, and I don't know.
He says, do you really think we are going to be slower than an ogre carrying a large crate?
He's like, well, not particularly, no, but I guess we should get along and try to find him then, I suppose.
Well, we will follow your lead.
Okay. So, young Delanos kind of steals himself and looks around a little bit, unsure of himself just a tiny bit, but then he nods and he's like, Archmage. All right. So he starts walking out of town, basically, to the nearest exit. And I guess he's like, well, does he know any scrying type of magic?
No, this is like he's level like 2 at this point.
All right. So what clues does he have of where this ogre went at this point?
It in this time he was supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a chase.
Oh, so the ogres are already moving with it, and you guys are just okay. So he's like, well, I believe that they saw the ogre moving out of town in this direction, and he points. And he says, let's get on it. So he kind of takes off in a little bit of a slight run.
So I'll catch up to him and say, just remember that when at the first sign of danger, you can hide behind us. You are not armored, you know.
He says, oh, okay. I understand that. I'll just pummel him with whatever spells I have. So
That's not a bad plan.
he looks at you. He's like, oh. He stops. Says, by the way, I'm Delanos. He puts out his hand.
I take his hand and bow and say, my name is Aridin Silverhand.
Ah. And Jubei puts out his hand, kind of short of his body. He says, I'm Pike. He says, oh, I don't see many bugbears roaming the city, but it says Baldur's Gate. Nice to meet you, Pike. And then he puts his hand out towards you.
My name is Freed.
Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you, Freed. I appreciate your guys' help. Then he turns around on his heel and starts walking briskly this time instead of running. So, you guys head out of town. So, information from you, Alex. So, did the ogre walk out of the gate with his box of goods, or did he slip over the wall, or how did he get out of town?
He basically fled. Like, he got to as soon as he got through the gate, he just started running. So basically, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I have a shipment to go outside of the town. I need to go that way." And they're like, "That a wagon?" And he's like, "I'm an ogre. I can carry it."
Okay.
And then they're like, "Okay."
So as you walk past the guard gate, you see the telltale signs of the city guard, the black helms and the red stripes. And they nod at you as you go through. They don't make any movement to stop you or anything like that. And so you walk out of town, and let's see. Roll me a investigation or survival. See if you can pick up any signs of.
I am proficient in both. If
Whichever one you. Okay.
+7 investigation.
Okay.
What's your survival?
+2.
You want to give me an advantage on that?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, because I got a +6 in survival. Wow. Good thing I had that advantage, because that's 26.
Nice. All right. So you start looking around Freed Delanos. And you walk a little bit outside of town, probably about 100, 200 meters. Excuse me. And you start seeing signs of the ogre's footsteps. You could tell that the tracks where he's been running, he's digging into the dirt, and so the imprint is deeper and pushed in some. So you catch his trail pretty well, and you could tell that he's going in a northeastern line, basically out of town and whatnot.
Oh, I've found this trail. It should be easy to keep the trail and to keep up with him.
Ah, Delnos is like, oh well, great. Um, let's push on then. So you guys travel. So what level is the older Delnos?
I'm level 8.
Okay. And Eridan, you're 6 now or 5?
7 actually.
Ah, awesome. Pike is level 4. Okay, and Delnos is level 2. All right, that works. Okay. Let me write that stuff down before I forget. If I can find a pencil in my fucking mess. Son of a bitch. I can hear my wife right now. Like, you'll be able to find it, fucker, if you clean up your shit.
Yeah, that sounds pretty much like my wife.
Yeah. Love you, babe. Uh-huh. Clean up your shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so freed. 8. Again. 7. Pike. Oh. Kronos is level 2. And Ogre. All right. Did you have a name for the Ogre?
No,
All right. Well, I'm just going to call him Bum Bum.
because he's a bum bum.
He's a bum bum, yeah. All right. So you guys take off, keeping a very good pace. He get a couple miles out of town. At one point, you lose the trail for just a second because he crosses the stream, and you go up and down the stream some, but then you pick it back up where it looks like he walked in the stream a little ways and then cut back out. Not really doing a good job of hiding his tracks, anyways. And you getting closer to some foothills, and make me a perception roll.
All right.
Damn, that's not one of my skills.
Well, you're bound to be better than I am because I have a -1.
Okay, well, I got 5.
Let me check Pike's real quick because I think he actually has. He's a rogue, so he might actually have pretty good.
This Delanos actually has really good wisdom scores, so
Okay, so
he has shit everything else, but he has really good intelligence and wisdom.
Pike's got a +7 on perception. Sweet.
Boy.
All right, so he rolls an 18. So he's looking, and he's like, "Hey," he's like, he puts his hand down for everybody, kind of like to lower themselves, and he points his fucking like 10-foot long arm, like past your face. He's like, "Look right there," and you start looking. Takes you a little bit. Delos is creeping up next to you. He's like, "I can't see it," and then you spot it. And Eridan spots it at the same time. You see a group of gnolls hiding in a copse of bushes, probably about 100 yards or 100 feet up the road. Looks like they're on a really good spot to ambush because it's a curve in the road. You tell there's probably about 10 of them or so.
We're the adversaries.
Yeah.
It'd be in our best interest to avoid engaging in combat with them.
Okay. So you guys gonna sneak around them, I suppose? All right. So roll me a stealth roll.
Alrighty.
Pike gets a 21.
I am going to roll shit. because I
will
have
give you
disadvantage.
an inspiration to cancel disadvantage.
Okay, that still isn't gonna help much because I only have +1. Oh well, that's good. So I got 20.
Nice. All right. I suppose Delanos is probably not proficient in stealth.
No, his old stats was 8 on everything except for his intelligence and wisdom, which were 18.
Ah,
Okay,
See?
as much as I hate to say it, Eridan crit failed. But even when she crit fails, it's a 16, so do with me what you will.
And I just rolled for young Delanos and he got 17.
oh, okay. Well, great. So, Pike, Freed, and Delanos are creeping along pretty stealthily, and Eridan, you're like, hell yeah, I got this shit. And then you guys are probably about 100 meters to the west of them, and you snap this loud ass fucking branch right under your foot. It was covered underneath a bunch of like pine needles and stuff, and it makes this loud crack in the middle of this quiet ass forest, and you hear this yelp, whoo, whoo. And you hear this other one, whoo, whoo. And you hear the fucking telltale yiping laugh of the gnolls as they fucking start moving around. What do you guys want to do? You want to keep moving, or you want to see what they do?
Are we standing on soft earth?
Yeah. Well, soft earth, but it's covered with pine needles because you're in the forest, basically.
I have an idea.
Okay.
We're waiting for the conflict. I'm going to cast Mold Earth, and I'm basically going to make a tunnel and fill the excess dirt back down, so we are basically underground. Every
Okay.
6 seconds, I can basically remove 5 feet of earth. So basically, I want to make a 10-foot drop, then a slope, and then fill it back up, and then make a tunnel.
Okay. So, for 3 rounds while you do this, they're going to try and actively search for you all. Of course, they're ways away, and you guys are still stealthing. Nope. Okay. So, first roll, or first round, you cast your spell. It starts excavating. They're still kind of right around the same area they were in before. Next round, you just finished the 10-foot drop, and you hear this, yoo, woo, woo. And they start, you can see that they're starting to move back your way. And so and then you make that slope, and then they seem to be moving off in a different direction. All right. So you're in 15 feet.
All right. They're moving away now.
They're kind of. I'm gonna roll again to see if they pick up anything. Oh, that was close. It was almost in that 20. What is a 2? So they don't catch anything. So they're kind of like they kind of move back over to where they were, but a little ways down, because, well, they think that they've been discovered, but they don't know for sure.
So I look over to everyone and I say, I think perhaps we should just continue on without the tunnel.
Okay.
It might prove to even be a good distraction.
All right. Well, Dellins is like, all right. He's like, maybe you could show me that one day. It's pretty neat.
He says, if only the magic of your time permitted it.
Maybe one day I'll live longer than I should, and I'll learn things. We'll see.
I am then going to look at the camera and stare at it.
And the cameraman looks back at you and he's like pointing, like, "Go, get back into the scene." And like Pike nudges, like, "Hey, you can't look at the camera directly." That kind of freaks him out.
Oh, sorry. I
It's
thought I was being thematic with you. And I start crawling. I start crouching away.
All right. And you stop for a second, and something bounces in the back of you, and you look back, and it's the cameraman, and he's like, "Sorry." He's wearing like like an elven cloak of elven kind that makes him meld into the fucking everything. He looks like a predator, kind of, sort of, except for like the camouflage lens that's sticking out.
It's that sound guy who drops the big long stick. Hits me in the head, like, ah.
You get this thump. So so you guys continue on, and you get a ways away, and you start traveling normally again. So roll me a survival roll again to see if you could pick his. You roll at an advantage because he's not really like masking because he's a dumbass ogre.
Okay, 25.
All right,
I'm rolling really well tonight. That's good.
Sweet. So yeah, you pick up his trail pretty easily again. Like I said, they're fucking an intelligence of 5. Jesus Christ. Forgot how stupid they were. Bum. I'm being
on the term of stupid, I was just scrolling through my Facebook feed, and I got the news headline of a Connecticut woman suffers serious injury after mistakenly lighting a stick of dynamite, thinking it was a candle during a power outage.
I bet that was a
100% true story.
I bet that was a fucking pucker factor of 20, huh? Holy fuck, dude. People.
No, like, what the
Jesus
hell?
Christ.
I mean, I saw that shit on Looney Tunes. I learned years ago.
Fucking people, dude. I cannot believe. Oh, I can't believe. I really can't believe. So this one time, me and my fucking sergeant were doing this bunker complex field problem out when I was in the Army still, right? So he's carrying this AT-4, which is a fucking fire forget rocket on his shoulder. And I'm in there, and he's like, "All right, pull the pin, drop the frag, and we're going to get out right outside. It's going to explode, and you'll come back in, clear the room." And that's basically what part we had to do, okay? So I take off the fucking safety clip, pull the pin, I chuck the fucking frag into the little fucking sump that they had down there, and he turns around and goes out the door, right? But the fucking AT-4 is like slanted on his back, so it's stopping him from going out the fucking door, dude, right?
Oh,
and I'm like, "Get the fuck out the door! Get the fuck out the door!" Right? And he's like, keeps moving, and then finally it fucking hits him. He straightens the fucking AT-4, and he gets out of the thing, and we both get out. And like fucking 2 seconds later, the fucking thing goes off, dude. And I was like, "Oh fuck."
I have seen I don't know how many videos of idiots pulling the pin, throwing the pin, and dropping the grenade.
Yeah, right. Anyways, back to the story. So, you guys catch the fucking trail of this stupid ass ogre bum again, and get moving along again. Another mile down the road, he veers off to the east towards some like rocky crags. Okay, and right about then it starts turning into rocky ground, and you kind of lose his trail. You kind of get it just a tiny bit because you see some rocks where they've been like moved and shit like that, but over the next 2-3 minutes, you really do lose his trail. So what do you guys want to do?
Any animals nearby?
Make me a perception roll, or nature, or survival, or whichever you got.
Uh,
If
I
not,
have.
are you saying this out loud or you just looking?
I'm just looking for an animal. I
Okay.
got 16 on survival.
All right. So, not too far from where you're at, you see a chipmunk up in the tree, and he's chittering, and his tail's like moving all over the place. But he's watching you guys like fucking chipmunks do or whatnot.
All right. I'll look to everyone and I'll cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And after the minute goes by, I'll look up to him and I'll start speaking chipmunk to him. And I'll
All right.
say, "Hey, you up there."
He's like, "Who, me? Holy fuck, you could talk? Holy shit. It is true. Some of you fucking dumb humans can talk. What's going on? How can I help you? You're not gonna
Well,
eat me, are you?"
I'm not really interested in
Sorry.
that sort of activity at the moment.
Okay. What you got?
I'm looking for a big creature, long chin, carrying a big box. Have you seen one? Probably heading in the same direction we were.
Oh, that stupid fucking ogre thing? Yeah, that dumb fucker, man. I was sleeping really good. I just finished eating some nuts. Oh, they were tasty too. Uh, and then I hear this loud crash. I come out of my hole, and this fucker splayed all over the ground. Almost broke the box. Couple things fell out, but he put them back in. Going, some shit. I don't know. I can't speak fucking stupidese or whatever it is. But yeah, he went up that way, and he points up the fucking crags up there. And as you look, you can see there's kind of like a flat part up there, like a ledge. He's like, yeah, he went right up there, and he's actually like standing on the branch now, fucking leaning against the tree, going, pointing with his fucking little clawed finger, like up there, yeah, up there.
Thank you.
He's like, not a problem. Hey, you got anything to eat? You got any nuts?
The best I can do for you is berries.
Oh, I can do berries. Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll pull out some berries and I'll cast Good Berry, and I'll give him one.
All right. So you give him one, and he starts munching on it. He's like, whoa, this is a fucking good ass berry. Whoa, I'm starting to trip. Oh shit! And he starts crawling around the fucking tree, like, wow, I'm fucking flying. Look at me. Hey, Harold! And he yells up the tree, and you see another fucking chipmunk up there. He's like, what? What do you want? He's like, I'm fucking flying, man. Look at this shit. And then he starts like hanging off the tree, kind of, sort of. Like, yeah, check that shit out, huh? You ever see a chipmunk fly? Fuck you, you bucktooth fucker. He's like, fuck it, I'll just sit here and enjoy my high. Oh, you're still here.
No, I'll leave. Have
Okay.
fun. And I'll say to everyone else, he went this way.
Okay.
And then I'll be like, hold on. Like I'll tell, like I'll realize I'm still talking chipmunk.
Jubei's like,
drop the
Jubei speaks
spell.
back to the chipmunk. He's like, pretty wild, huh? Never
I'll
knew
drop
good
the-
berries would make them trip. And everybody's looking at Pike like, he speaks fucking chipmunkese too? He's like, oh, sorry.
Then I'll drop the spell, and I'm like, he said the ogre went that way.
Oh. Well, good job, man. He's trying to be like inconspicuous now.
I'm glad you're talking normally now. I was starting to wonder if you were having a stroke.
Oh no. Instead of reach down. My balls are itching. Sorry. Just don't worry. Just disregard. Don't. Delnos is really looking at fucking the three of you now, like, you're all the oddest people that I've met in some time. Especially you, Mr. Pike. Okay. He says, I guess we go up. So he starts climbing. So everybody make a athletics roll for me, if you will. or acrobatics, or whichever you got.
Acrobatics it is.
Is there any vines around?
You might, don't you have it? Did you roll one?
No, I
Okay.
just don't have the skill, and I don't have a bonus.
Okay. Pike's like, here. He like reaches in his pack and you see a little light kind of showing in there where like rope is like pushing out of the palm of his hand. He's like, I got some rope. Here you go. So he pushes out like fucking 100 feet of fucking rope and shit.
Okay,
He winks at you.
I got an 18, but I'll still use it to help me.
Okay.
I don't want to fall.
All right. Pike is pretty good at fucking climbing. So he's like, I'll go first. And he starts fucking monkey climbing up this shit like fucking crazy. He ties the rope off to his waist. And there we go. He makes some loops in there. He makes a harness for fucking Delanos. He's like, why don't you just put that on and we'll make sure you get up top, okay? He's like, all right. So yeah, Pike gets a 25 for his fucking athletics. So you guys get up there pretty easily after about 20 minutes of climbing. You get up there and you're a little bit above the flat ledge part there. You can look down and you can see that it's a pretty good size area. It's probably about 100 feet long and about 40 feet wide. And you could see where there's a cave entrance over there too.
So I believe this is the place that he ran into.
Do we see any tracks?
No, it's rocks, so you don't see any tracks. But you do see the sign of habitation. You see like an old campfire out on the rocks and some bits of like fur of like an animal that they ripped apart to cook or whatnot and shit. But other than that, you don't see anything alive hanging around outside.
And I'd like to attempt to stealth up to the cave entrance and take a look around.
Okay.
Before you go over there, I have a spell I wish to cast on you.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Enhance Ability. I'm going to give him Fox's Cunning, which gives him advantage on all intelligence checks.
That will be handy. Alright, let's roll this.
And that lasts an hour, by the way. So
that will be a 23.
All right. So you make good time over there, and you get down to where you're even with the flat area. You kind of tiptoe around and get to the edge of the cave, and you peek in. You see probably about 5 goblins just kind of lounging around. It's a pretty good sized cave. It's probably 50 feet by 30 feet or so, and you can see like another exit into another part of the cave off to the right side. You got dark vision, don't you?
I have goggles of night, so yeah.
Okay. So you pull those on, you can see a little bit past inside, and you see a couple more goblins in there, but you don't see any sign of the ogre.
Okay, well, I'll slip back to the group and let them know that there's quite a few goblins hanging around a little bit into the entrance, and that I don't see any signs of the ogre.
that isn't right. Some things wrong here. Hmm. Do you think they will know something?
Roll an insight.
Holy shit. 23.
Okay. So, I'm gonna pick your brain a little bit. So, what happened in the first encounter?
Basically, well, the whole idea was that these guys were the ogre's old group,
Mhm.
and so he stole this stuff and basically realized that he had kind of killed himself. So he's hoping that his old goblin group would protect him.
Okay.
So this is his old goblin group, and they basically like, why should we let you back in? Well, I'm rich. And then he shows them all the stuff, and they're like, holy crap.
Okay. So, you're thinking that you don't see any sign of him because he's more likely talking to the goblin leader deeper into the cave. And so it's probably why you don't see any sign of him. But since this is his old group or whatnot, from what you understand, they're just going to wait and see what the leader does.
Yes, I'm starting to remember. This was his old group. I
Well,
think
how?
Dylan was like, "How can you remember that?" He's like, "You must be more powerful than I believe." Oh,
I too was once one of Claudius's students.
oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Then I
Well,
look at the camera again, but then I look away for a second.
cameraman gives you a thumbs up, and so you know exactly what's going on inside. Basically, he's parlaying with the group leader to see where he can, what kind of position he can have back in the group. And with that, you guys see like 3 or 4 goblins come out on the ledge, and they start like looking down the mountain or the crags or whatnot, just trying to see what they can see.
How
You
far
guys,
out are they from me?
they were probably, I'm going to say we stopped probably about 60 feet or so above, kind of in this one little area that gives you pretty good like cover, so they can't see you behind this pretty good sized boulder. You're probably, let's see, if you were standing in front of the cave, it would probably be your like 10 o'clock is which direction you guys are at. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Up on the hill or whatnot. You guys can still see the goblins, you know, because you're on cover and you're not trying to be like out in the open or whatnot. But they stand there for maybe about 15 minutes or so, and then they they start talking, and then 3 of them peel off and they start heading down the crags with spears and short bows, and the other one heads back in.
I believe we've been noticed.
Well, in that case, there's no point in being quiet anymore.
Well, they're heading down the hill. They might be going to hunt.
Is that what Jubei said or Pike says?
Yeah, I mean, he's like, look where they're going. You know, they're heading down the hill. If they saw us, I would think that they would, but I ain't see anything where any of them looked up here. You know what I mean?
Well, that's.
But
perhaps we can talk our way through. Perhaps they don't want any trouble from folks like us.
Well,
I can always go down there and challenge them to an archery contest.
Jubei looks at you. He's like, my people probably not. So these ones right here are probably either they only understand physical power. Either have something to give them to trade, or you overtake them. That's basically why the way they are. I mean, all throughout history, you know how goblins are. They're either conquered or they have the numbers to push their way into doing something. So, and if I'm guessing, that leader is probably smarter than the ogre, because ogres are pretty fucking dumb. And he's talked the ogre into fucking giving him most of the loot and for getting back into the group, I would guess.
I have an idea to perhaps force our way in without fighting, but that does impose the possibility that if things go wrong, we might just have to deal with them all at once.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Eridan's fine with it.
All right, so I'm going to change. I'm going to ritual cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
Minutes. And then I'm going to cast enhance ability on myself, and I'm going to use it for Eagle's Splendor.
Okay.
So your Fox's Cunning drops.
All right.
And I have advantage on all my charisma checks. And basically, I'm just going to walk in through the front of the cave like I own the place, and I'm going to use prestidigitation to give myself this flaming halo. And with my armor, I'm hoping that they might interpret me as a demon as I go in there and I start speaking Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I'm trying to scare the living shit out of them.
You scare the dogs.
I scare the dogs.
Scare the dogs. Oh, side note. If you're watching this, if you want to play, message me. If not, then game on. All right. So yeah, you walk down. Do you want? Pike's like, do you want me to go with you? I'm technically more goblinoid than you are. And
well, the point is I'm trying to scare them. But yes, your company would be appreciated.
All right, I'll go with you. So when Delanos is not looking at him, he kind of pushes himself back into his regular size. He winks at Eridan, and he follows you down. So pretty easy. You don't have to make any athletics rolls or anything like that. You get down to to the ledge, and you walk around to the opening, and you just stroll your ass inside with Pike next to you. Of course, Pike is probably about 7 feet tall. He's like, and he says in Goblin, he's like, listen up. He says, master, and he kind of gestures to you.
And I'm going to speak in Goblin. Actually, I'm going to speak at Draconic, just so they understand that I'm not going to even bother with stooping to their level, so that Pike has to interpret for me.
Okay.
And so I'm basically shouting in their faces that I want what's rightfully mine, and I'm going to be using thaumaturgy to expand my voice so that I'm basically causing the cave to shake and
Okay.
bubble.
So
And I'm using prestidigitation to kind of like shoot fire out of my eyes.
right. Pike Pike yells and Goblin, the demon lord freed. He relates everything that you say. Says, bow down and grovel, or he will char your bones and feed them to me. All right, so roll an intimidation.
Now this is the awkward part because I only get a +2. I don't have.
That's all right. they're already fucking scared, anyways.
So it's all thematic except till now. 12.
Okay, so let me check the goblin's intelligence here real quick. I don't think it's that much, anyways. Just for fucking, they rolled on 11, but I know they are not that fucking smart.
I could argue for performance. But
Okay, well, if you want to roll performance, either way.
then it would be 15, but at least I would get my proficiency.
Yeah. So if you roll performance, that'll outshine them by at least 4. And they're already scared, anyways. Actually, to be at disadvantage. Yeah. So with disadvantage, they roll 5, and so they're all groveling like, "Oh, Demon Lord!" And they fucking prostrate themselves on the fucking ground and like start worshiping the ground that you walk on. He's like, "That's right. Grovel at his power." And like Pike actually like kind of pulls himself down a little bit lower than you, so that way he is not taller than you, basically. And about that time, the ogre and the leader come around from the other room, and he's like, "What's going on here?" And he sees you, and he has let's see. I'm gonna give him a percentile chance to if he wants to buck up or not. All right, so he's gonna try and buck up a little bit. He's like, "Who are you? I am the leader here," and he thumps his chest. And he's a pretty good sized goblin. He's maybe a head taller than the other ones. Pretty good size. And he's got the ogre on the side of him. And the ogre's just like drooling on himself. What are you doing? Bum Bum doesn't know what you're doing. And so fucking go ahead and make a contest of wills with the goblin. Or what do you want to say to him?
I say, I care not for you and your tiny clan. I came for him and what belongs to me.
He says, it doesn't belong to him anymore. It belongs to me.
Then you will pay his price.
He's like, he kind of like looks around to his followers, and roll me a performance check again.
Fuck, I rolled even worse somehow. 11.
All right, he kind of gets.
I'll actually eat an inspiration.
Okay.
Which is actually my only one.
I have 4 more if you need them.
Okay, so I got 12.
Okay. Pike sees that you're having a little bit of a problem. He says, "Master, let me take care of this groveler, this piece of shit for you."
Okay, I kind of stopped pointing my finger at him and just tap my stone spear against the ground and use thaumaturgy to make the ground shake harmlessly.
All right. And so Pike will he'll pull up his fucking halberd and he'll fucking smack the dude from where he's at. He fucking, all right. So he's just going to fucking chop this dude.
Roll initiative.
No, not yet. Let's see what he does. If he takes it, then we'll see what happens. But if he doesn't, then we'll see what happens. All right. So,
Didn't know we invited Golan.
huh?
It's a joke for Aridin.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So he hits. He does 1d10. Ouch. So he does 13 points of damage. He fucking clubs this fucking goblin in the face. He says, grovel! And he's like, and he gets hit and fucking. Let's see, where's that? All right, make another contest.
$16.
All right, so he rolled a 5. He's like, okay. He's like, you're the master. And he gets down on his knees and he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, what is your bidding, master? And the ogre's like looking at him like, oh? And he looks back up to you and he's like, what do I do now?
I'll say to him, you get what you stole and you come back with us.
All right. I don't even know if I should even roll fucking intelligence check for this dude or not. So he rolled a 4 and he gets a -3 on that. So he gets a 1. So he's like, okay. And he turns around and he walks it back into the cave. And you hear a bunch of stuff going into like a box. And he comes back out and he's carrying the box. He's like, I go where you go.
All right. Then outside the cave. And I guess I should be thematic about it. So I'm like, back to Baldur's Gate we go.
Okay. So
and I'll like throw my cape around as I turn around and start heading out.
All right. So he follows. He's not making any fucking any kind of move to not follow you. And Pike walks behind him. And Pike turns around and he says, you stay here. All of you. Master will be back to claim you later. And they're like, okay. And shit like that. And so Aridin and Delanos, Aridin really. You hear some yelling, you hear some booms and stuff inside. And then you see Freed walk out all tall and straight, regal acting like as if he commands the mountain. And then you see the stupid ass ogre walking out behind him, carrying the box. And then you see Pike come out, standing tall. And then he turns around and he yells at the goblins in Goblinese. And then he continues to follow. And he looks up at you two. And he's like, he nods his head like, come on.
Aridin will grab young Delanos's arm and say, let's go down the hill. They'll meet us on the other side.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. So he follows you. And you five now start walking down the hill. You meet the 3 goblin hunters down at the bottom of the hill. And they yell at the ogre, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, your boss says I'm now his, and he'll tell you when you get back up there. And Pike like backhands one of them. He's like, shut up, know your place, piece of filth. He says, get up there now, the master will be back for you later. And Pike's gonna try and intimidate him. Oh, you want that? Okay, so he intimidates the fuck out of them, and they fucking like scramble and run up the hill. And they pass Delanos and Eridan just getting down to the bottom of the hill as they shoot up. They don't even look at you guys. They fucking just run past you as fast as they can, trying to get up there. And you join these three at the bottom of the hill and continue on.
So after a while, I'm just going to kind of whisper to Eridan, like, my back is really sore. I've never stood up straight for this long. And I can't believe that worked.
It is quite surprising. Honestly, this is the first encounter I've had that I didn't have to shoot people.
Well, hopefully nothing attacks us on the way back.
Yeah. So, you guys are probably about 4 hours from town. About an hour outside of town. Make me a perception roll.
Ugh. Okay. That is...
Where was this kind of roll when I was making intimidate checks? At advantage. God damn it. I got 21.
I got a 4.
Nice.
That,
That's awesome. I seen you roll on the fucking phone. That's great. So you're walking, Freed, and you catch movement up ahead, and you hear yep, yep, and you're like, oh fuck, the fucking gnolls are in the area again. So what do you want to do? Because you gotta keep up the facade, unless you want to fucking. Because if you show him that you're not a demon lord or whatever, he might have a slight chance that he fucking tries to book it or whatever. So, what do you want to do?
That is an excellent question.
The ogre's gonna try and make a perception roll also. Yeah.
Please, God, let him roll worse than me.
Actually, he got a 16. He got a -2 on it also.
Oh, dear God.
But his passive perception is 8. Just want to let you know that.
Well, my passive is at least 1 higher than that.
That's great. You are smarter than him. So, so he's like, Lord, there's something up ahead.
Yes, I'm well aware.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to smash him?
No, I need you to carry the box.
Okay. He starts humming to himself.
I'm gonna look at.
Come and carrying the box. It's heavy, but I don't mind. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of look to Pike. I'm gonna kind of call you over, Pike over, and Eridan. I'm gonna say, we don't really have much choice but to fight them.
Okay, so
Eridan goes, fight what?
The gnolls over there.
Oh. Well, I must have missed that.
Okay, so just for a second. So my wife works at a fucking hotel as a night outer. She says that we have a golf group here called Woody Beans.
Oh, that requires the Google search.
That does. Shit. That's too funny, dude. Sorry. All right. So Pike comes over and he's like, we have a slight problem, I see.
The only thing I can think of is that even if we lose Dum Dum over here, we're I can enlarge somebody to carry it for a while and enhance their ability one last time.
He says,
I can
like,
do it for up to 4 hours if
he's
the
like,
combat doesn't take too much.
oh, I can kind of freeze him while we take care of this. I could take care of him by myself, but that really doesn't kind of go along with the game that we're playing right now. So,
yes, and I wouldn't want to have myself witness time-altering magic just yet.
right, yeah. Oh, I can freeze him too. Minor illusion, and he just would see them yelp and run off. Actually, how about this? He touches you. He says, haste. He touches you, and you feel the energy course through you. He walks over to Aridin, touches her, haste. And you guys are hasted now.
Okay.
He says, haste, and he touches himself. He's going to roll sleight of hand and see, make sure that Delnos doesn't see it. And he rolled a 1, so so he sees you walk over, touch you, touch Aridin, touch himself, and Delnos, like, he can roll Arcana check to see if he notices.
He's pretty decent at it.
Yeah.
We got a 16. That's not enough for 5e standards.
No. So he kind of looks suspicious, but he's just like, oh, maybe they just like touching each other before combat or something. I don't know.
I think with this kind of power, we should be able to beat them all.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Aridin, and I say, let's take care of them.
All right. Do you want me to sit back here with them, or?
Yeah, I don't want Dum Dum smashing me.
Okay. All right. I'll watch him. He walks over to Dum Dum and like grabs him on the neck, whispers to him, and his eyes get real big. As you can see, like Pike's hand is like squeezing the fuck out of his neck. All right, so you two and Delnos roll initiative.
Alrighty.
So you have +4 armor from Shield of Faith and Haste.
Wow. That's pathetic. So, yep. I'm rolling like crap tonight.
All right, so it gets.
Rest in peace, Aridin. Taking all the good rolls, man.
Well, I do have a 20 AC now, so I don't think it's going to be a problem.
I'm gonna roll initiative for the Knolls. Oh, awesome. That actually helps out. That's for the Knolls. That's great. All right. So, what do you guys want to do? Or how do you want to approach this?
What's the general layout of the land?
All right. You want me to pull up a map?
Sure.
All
I'm
right.
just going to take a quick bathroom break.
Okay, that's cool. There we go. Okay, so all right, so Freed goes first, and like, and oh wait, Freed's got the 17, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Or was that for Delanos?
I
Okay.
think that's for Freed.
Okay. I'll ask him when he gets back. You got a 7?
Yeah, I got a 7. Man, I have some odd friends.
Everybody's got odd friends, but do tell.
Well, I just was looking at my buddy Kevin's Facebook feed, and he's got a meme posted called "Bed Knobs and Boomsticks," and it's got a dude from Army of Darkness,
Oh wow.
the chainsaw arm from, and like the background is the Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, like movie poster. Just
All right.
random weirdness.
Let's rock this town.
Okay, so question real quick. On the initiative, which one is Freed? What did he get?
I got 17.
Okay, so Delanos got a 21?
Why would I get 21?
All right, I'm looking at up here above everything, so.
Oh, yeah.
That was another check? Okay.
Yeah, the 21 was for the perception.
Okay, so what about Delanos? What did he get for
I got 17.
you and Delanos? For Freed and Delanos?
Oh, fuck. I didn't roll for other Delanos because I was just having them hang out outside of the fight.
Okay, we can do that. That works. All right.
He got 13, if that helps.
Yeah. Just in case he decides to step in or something like that. Just never know.
Yes, terrible spells. Magic Missile and Lane 3.5 Burning Hands. 2d4. Save me.
So that is the initiative. And I'm going to make Pike will be black. Freed, I'll make you blue. Delnos, I'll put him as the other blue. I'll make Eridan green, and Rolls get the red. So, last time I said I believe there was 10 of them. And so Pike is back here. Bum Bum's going to be gray. And Delnos is the other blue. He's chilling out back here with us also. And then we have Eridan, which will put you here. And then Freed, put you right there. All right. So first up is Pike. He just sits in defense, and after that it'll be freed. So your turn.
I'm just going to turn to Erden, and I'm going to say, this should be interesting.
Aridin winks at him and says, well, what is life if not interesting?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So you see a bigger one of the gnolls is right back here, but the rest of them are regular size.
So I am from the one that's closest to me on the south side.
Okay.
I want to go just to the top left of him.
Right here?
Down the left. Right there.
Okay. All right, so you run over there, no problem.
That's my movement.
Okay.
From the bonus from haste.
All right.
And I'm going to cast a level 4 Burning Hands.
Nice.
And it's going to hit the one in front of me, the 3 clustered in front of me. So it's a 15-foot cone.
Yeah, so you should get these 3 right here, right?
Yeah, easily.
All right. Roll your damage, because they are surprised. They get saving throws, or they just take damage?
Dex saving throws.
Okay. Let's see.
66.
Okay, so one of them rolls a 19, the other 2 roll 5s.
So the one is going to take I have to count them first before I can tell you. So the one's going to take 9 fire damage, and the other one's going to take 18.
All right.
The other 2 are going to take 18.
Okay. So effectively, this guy right here takes 18. He takes 18, and he takes 9. I'm going to say that this guy blocks some of the fire damage to hit him. And so you just run up out of nowhere and just fucking flame on. And you fucking flame the shit out of these fucking 3 gnolls. And they're surprised as fuck. Ah! They're screaming and shit. All right, Aridin, are you not done?
I'm not done.
Okay.
So that's my standard action. My hasted action, I'm going to take an attack with my stone spear.
Okay.
It does D3 damage.
All right.
22 to hit.
That will hit.
And it's going to deal 2 damage.
All right. You almost kill the one. He's barely hanging the fuck on.
As my bonus action and my last action, I'm going to fly 10 feet in the air.
Okay. So you are now flying in the air. And Aridin... Oh, it would be Delano's turn, but Delano's... Pike's just like, hey, just hang back. Let them take care of it. And he's like, okay. So
he'll cast Mage Armor on himself.
Okay. All right. So he casts Mage Armor on himself. And all right, so then it'll be Aridin's turn.
Okay, so the one over here on the north side, the one farthest north, is the bigger of the 10, correct?
Yeah, he would be the pack lord.
All right, and they're surprised, correct?
They're all surprised, yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, is that a road or a trail that we're going down?
Yeah, this is the road.
Okay.
Trail.
All right. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like over a cliff or something that I had line of sight on them.
No. I'll
All right.
put some dirt in there.
Well, that was dirty of you.
Rude.
All right. So I'm going to sharpshooter, poison arrow, the whole works. Let's do as much damage as we can possibly do.
Okay.
To the big bad dickhead across the road.
Okay.
Now that I've said all that, I'll roll like crap, I am sure.
Well, you have advantage, at least.
That is
Yeah.
true. And probably a good thing, too, because I rolled a 13 for the first one. And a 19 on the second one, so.
All right. So you hit with the second one.
All right. It's a DC 11 con save.
Oh, yeah, he makes that.
Oh, well. All right. In that case, he is going to take... let's see here. Need to change that. 16. Because, yes, surprise, it's automatic critical for me. 16.
If it's a crit, then it's max damage twice.
Yeah. 2 times the max damage?
So it's max damage, and then double it, and then if you have static dice like sneak attack, that'll max, and then double, and then your poison would max and double. It's the modifiers like your dexterity modifier to damage that won't double.
Okay. Yeah. Just wanted to be clear. All right. So 16 plus 12 is 28, plus 10 is 38, plus 5 is 42 damage.
All right. The 10, is that the sharpshooter?
Yeah.
All right. That'll actually double also.
Oh, well, in that case, that's 58 damage.
Okay. So you look around, you spot that big fucker across the road because he stands up with a snarl on his face, and you're just like, I got you, motherfucker. Right? So you take a nice deep draw, fletch in the cheek, and you're just like, doop, 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 loose, and you let that bitch fly. You watch that arrow spiral in slow motion, and like on top of the arrow, you see a tiny image of Jubei humping it as it flies in, and it tags that fucking No Lord right in the face, right between the eyes where his surprised look was, and then he just falls back and falls to the ground. He's dead.
Okay. Well, I believe I get another attack since I'm hasted.
Yep.
So let's just poke a hole in the next one.
Okay.
Do I have advantage on this one? Is that one surprised even though I just wiped out its boss?
Yeah, those three over there, they have no idea that just happened because they're paying attention to the flames that just shot out this dude's fingertips.
All right.
And he flew in the air.
So, 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. And so 58 damage again.
All right. So that one, same thing. Punch in the cheek, you loose. Which one are you shooting for?
The one right there, straight up. That one there.
All right. So, yeah, he disappears. Yeah, you shoot through, and it just, like, fucking sonic boomed almost. Goes right through his fucking chest, through his heart, and pops out. Like, it buries so deep in his chest, all you see is a fletching stick out. And he falls back, dead.
Well, since we're on a roll, let's action surge and do it again.
All right.
Oh my god, this build actually works.
Alright. And I actually have not been adding a big enough modifier to my roll. Well, the first one, if they're surprised, I'll roll again. Otherwise, it's 14 to hit is the best I can do.
All right, that will actually miss.
All right.
So it just right past their ear, and they're like, they duck, and like, right, and they make that yipe sound.
I whistle.
And their ears perk up, and they look over towards where you are, and
I wink.
They snarl.
I wink at them.
All right, show me your badge. All right, so are you done with your turn?
That will be my turn.
Okay, fix my tree right here. Open. Oh, took a little bit out. Sorry. All right, so Noel's turn. Actually, no, that was a surprise round. So regular round again, and we're back up to Pike. Pike does what he does. Freed, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast a level 2 Burning Hands.
Okay, so let me make dex rolls for these three guys again.
DC's 14. And I rolled like shit.
That's all right. They actually all make their saves, but what's your damage?
8. It's for a total of 4 if they make it.
Okay, so these two right here, you put your hands out and you fucking flame on again, and they just immolate and just fucking burn down to the ground dead. And this one takes a good chunk of it, but he takes another 4 damage. So, and then these three right here are just looking fucking, they kind of hunch down and pull out weapons, but it's still your turn.
So, since I'm in the air still, because of last round's flight, I'm going to use my bonus action to actually fly over him.
Okay. This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to let that tempestuous magic drop. And I'm going to do like a dropping attack with my hasted attack action.
Okay.
But I'm going to roll like shit. So I only got 6.
All right. So you fly over and he starts backing up, and as you drop, he kind of like slips back a little bit faster than you thought, and you swipe the air over his head, and he ducks. All right. Is that your turn?
Yep, pretty much.
All right. So Delanos, I guess he's still chilling there with his mage armor. He's just like, wow, that was crazy. All right. So then we'll go to Aridin. So it'll be your turn again.
All right. The first attack is a 21.
All right. Are you attacking these guys over here again?
Yeah, we'll
Or
just
this one?
we'll try to finish that one off.
All right.
All right. So let's see. All right. That's going to be 6 points of piercing damage and plus 10, so 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And second shot will be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll be 17 points of damage.
All right. Same guy, right?
Yep.
All right. So he is going to drop as 2 arrows, smack him in the chest, and he just falls back. And the other one is just looking at him like, the fuck? All right.
There. That's my turn.
Okay. So Noel's turn. This one right here, he's just tripping. And he is going to fuck it. He's just going to run across this way because he wants to get away from the arrows. Find Adam. So 1, 2, 3. And he joins the group over here. And he is going to throw his spear at Freed. And he rolled an 18 to hit, which I don't believe that hit you, right?
Nope.
All right. So he
My
whips.
AC is rocking for a wizard.
All right. So the other 3 that are right there, 2 of them actually have longbows out. One of them is going to fire at you. Let's see. He misses. The other longbow guy shoots. He misses. And the other guy is going to chuck his spear. And he misses. The guy below you, he kind of backs up 5 feet right here, which would provoke an AOO. If you want to take it.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to use it to shove.
All right.
I'm going to use it to shove him onto the ground. And I rolled an athletics of 6.
All right. Okay, so he rolled a strength check against it of a 21. So you just kind of swoop down and pop him in his face, but doesn't do anything. But he backs up right here, and then he's going to try and stab you with his spear as you come down to do that. Let's see. And he whiffs. All right, so they all whiff. All right, back up to Pike. He sits there. Freed, is your turn again.
They don't seem capable of hitting me. And my burning hands hasn't actually been working out very well. So I think I'm going to opt for a Thunder Wave.
Woohoo!
Let me check how it scales. 2d8, add 2d8, add a d8 for every roll. So I'm going to cast this at a 4th level and make this deal 5d8.
Ouch. So they make con saves, or?
Con saves, DC is 13.
Okay. So let's see. They get no bonus to con, so nope. 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 So none of them make it.
Wowzers.
Yeah. 3 7s, a 10, and a 3. That's what they rolled.
19. So they're all going to take 19 points of thunder damage and to be sent flying. I think it's 15 feet.
All right, so this guy and this guy die.
It's 10-foot knockback, but yeah, sorry.
Those 2 die, and these 3 here fly back 10 feet. You're just like, boom! This loud-ass fucking thunderous crack just waves off of you in a fucking tremendous amount of energy. And those 2, their bodies just break and fall to the ground. And these 3, they fall to the ground too, but they're fucking hurt pretty well. What was the damage again?
19.
Yeah, you fucked them up pretty good. You burst internal organs and shit. You see them starting to cough up blood a little bit.
I'm going to then use my move action to move to the closest one.
That one.
and I'm going to attack.
Okay.
Is a 12 going to hit?
No, will not. It'll miss.
Shit. This is what happens when you don't have strength scores. That's my turn.
All right. So, Freed goes. Delanos is just chilling. And Aridin, it's your turn.
All right, let's go for the one that's right in front of the Freed.
Okay.
That'll be a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. That will be 21 points of damage plus 4, so 25 points of damage total.
All right. So, pull up, cheek to fletching, let that bitch loose. Freed, you just whiffed him, right? And you're about to pull your sword back up to fucking smack him, and this arrow just whips right past your helmet and fucking just sticks in his head with like a thong, and it's like vibrating as it just cracks right into the front of his fucking skull, and he just falls back dead.
All right. Second attack. Let's go to the one to. Let's see. Just pick one. Doesn't matter.
All right, go to that one. That's fine.
That's going to be a 12 to hit, but I'm going to burn an inspiration because that sucks.
Okay.
So, well, I mean, I hardly ever use the blinking things. So 17 to hit.
All right, that will hit.
Alrighty. Come on. And that will be 16 points of damage.
All right. So, same thing. Freed, you looking at that one, he just fell, and then another one streaks past you again and tags this one in the fucking face plate, and he just drops. That one actually goes to the fletching to his forehead, and like as he falls back, the arrow is actually like holding his head up, so he's just kind of like bobbling there, twitching still in his death throes. All right, so this Knoll, seeing that all of his buddies are dead, I'm taking you're done, Aridin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He turns and fucking books it out the woods this way. He's like, fuck this. 2, 6. And he dashes away right there. All right. Pike goes. He doesn't do nothing. So, Freed, your turn. You could easily keep pace with him if you want.
Yeah, I'll go up to him. And you know what? I'm going for it. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tell him shit he already knows. You let your friends die, and you're going to die with them.
All right. So is it a wisdom?
It's a wisdom saving throw versus a DC 13.
Yeah, he doesn't make. He rolled a 6.
He takes 5 psychic damage.
All right. That's enough to kill him. So you run up behind him, and he's running away, yiping and shit, and you yell that shit at him, and he starts like laughing like really hard. He's like, right, and he fucking his tongue like falls out of his mouth, and he's chewing on his tongue and shit, and just finally he just kind of convulses and he starts scratching at his face and he just slumps over and like a, all like fucked up looking and shit. He dies. Blood starting to pull out of his mouth and nose and ears and shit, and his eyes.
All right, I'll turn away from him and start heading back to everyone else.
All right. So combat is over.
And I'll look to Arizin and I'll say, that was a really good job. And I'll kind of remember the situation and I'll clear my throat. You've made an excellent servant thus far.
Yeah, like Bum Bum is just sitting there like with his mouth open because you guys dealt with these 10 gnolls in like a couple seconds and shit. And he's just like drool's like falling out of his mouth and she's like, I'll do whatever you say. He's like, I'll carry the box really good, see? And he like hefts it on his shoulder and he's like holding it really tightly and his eyeballs are like really big, like he's frightened. Pike lets him go and he's like, that's right, you will, won't you, buddy? He looks to Pike and he's like, yes. So, Donald's like, wow. One day I hope to be as powerful as you there, Freed. You guys are amazing. Wow, those bow shots are just like, I don't know, they're just crazy. He's just hitting these guys in the face and just killing them. Like, one day.
I'm gonna look at the camera. All right, I'm gonna look over to Arid and I say, yes, right. One day you'll be as powerful as us. I'm sure.
So, you guys continue on to the town, and no more problems. You get into town, guards stop you at the gate, and they're like, "Oh, I guess he's bringing it back, huh?"
Yes.
Okay.
It seems that he's not a very good merchant as he thought he was.
Do you need an escort, or you have this? You look like you're capable.
I think he understands what position he's in now.
Right. He says, well, have a good day, adventurer. So you guys head back to the Archmage's place, and Bum Bum heads in, and Dylan says, I can't thank you enough again for helping me out. I appreciate it. He says, are you coming in?
No, I don't think I'm ready to return to Archmage Claudius anytime soon.
Okay. Well, I'll let him know that some of his constituents helped. I'm sure he'll send some kind of gratitude towards you guys. He says, I hope to see you again there, Freed and Aridin and Pike. You have a good day. Thank you so much. And he walks in out of your life again. Or you yourself walks out of your own life.
There's a whole lot of fourth wall there.
Yes, well, that's what happens when one journeys into their own past.
Pike looks at the camera and says, exactly. And then he pulls out this little handkerchief and wipes the lens. He's like, you got a smudge on it, Dick. And the guy in the camera, he's like, sorry. It's like, all right. Okay. Pike looks at you both and he says, back to the homestead, I say?
I dare say we've done everything we can here.
All right.
Except for one minor detail.
What's that?
We didn't repair any of those things that he dropped.
Oh.
But that's just a minor detail for us.
He says, oh, well, he snaps his fingers and they should.
No, just that's something past me has to figure out.
Oh, okay. He snaps his finger in. They're broke again. So with that, you guys finish. You step into an alley, a couple buildings down, and he opens the door and he says, "Through the magic hole."
I'll
He,
go in.
all right. He reverts back to himself. You step through Airden.
Yep.
All right. He follows you too, and you wake up at the campfire, and he's sitting there flipping a coin. He says, "Well, that was a good trip," and doesn't seem like maybe a minute passed. Uh, you see Revjack drinking the same damn mug of ale that he just started drinking right before you left. And everybody else is just bullshitting and they're having a good time and stuff. So.
Honestly, it was much harder than I remember it. Back then, I didn't exactly have such competent allies at my side when I first went through that place.
Yeah.
It was much harder, and God's what I would have done if I was in the same situation now.
Well, some beings are fated to go through the same old steps over and over again sometimes. Or you can find me and you can go do it again.
I'll do them whenever they come around. I don't think it's wise to meddle in things that have already transpired.
Sometimes it works that way. Sometimes you have no choice. And he looks at the camera and he says, "All right, folks, that's it for today." And we're stopping broadcast.
Stay tuned next time for Jubei show number 3, Campfire Stories.
And then you see like Wayne and Garth going across the screen.